What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Crash Blade Gaming. I'm your host, Crash, and first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to the current 94 subscribers I have as of recording this video. We are 6 away from hitting 100, so if we can get there, that would be awesome. If this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, like the videos. I do appreciate the support, and it makes me want to continue, and I love doing it, and it's fun for me, so hopefully it is fun for you with the content that I put out. Anyways, we're looking at Dialga VStar today, and everybody knows what this guy does, so it's pretty cool. I like it. It's not like a top tier deck, but it's still fun to play. When you get to do 2 turns in a row, it just makes it that much better. Wow, it's so, ooh, it's good. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the question. All right, folks, here we are with another installment of the Pokemon question of the day. But first, let's go over the last video's question. This Pokemon can basically be called the fairy type version of Pikachu. Who is it? And we had a couple commenters, and they both kind of came to agreement on the fact that this Pokemon here, Mimikyu, is basically the fairy type version of Pikachu because it's wanting to mimic Pikachu. It has this thing around him that looks like a Pikachu. It is a fairy type. It is also a ghost type, but I was trying to be a little vague there. Anyways, so congratulations to QB96. You're the first person to get this question right. That gives you 1 point. And so we have a couple people in the running here. We got Raphael with 2 points, Tommy with 1 point, Bandit Socks with 1 point, and QB96 with 1 point as well. Remember, you have to get up to 3 points. So be the first person to get 3 questions right, and you will win the prizes on PTCGO. I promise you that. I've been doing this for a while. But let's go ahead and get into this video's question. All right. This Pokemon has the largest nose out there, which is complemented by a mustache. And this is talking about like proportion to its body. Anyways, who is this Pokemon? Go ahead and leave your answer in the comment section down below. And be the first one to get those points and be correct as well. You got to be correct, not just first. You have to be first and correct. So good luck with that. Let's roll into the deck list. I am excited to bring you Dialga VStar because I love the VStar power. Taking extra turns is a fun thing to do. So it has the VStar power attack called Star Chronos for 5 energy, does 220 damage, but regardless if you get a knockout or not, you get to take an extra turn, which is actually very powerful in the Pokemon TCG. And then it has the attack Metal Blast for 1 Chronos energy. It does 40 damage, but it does 40 more damage for each metal energy you have attached to the Pokemon. So if you have 5 metal energy, you're doing 240 damage, which is 20 more damage than Star Chronos, plus Choice Belt, 270, not too bad. 6 energies, you're knocking out almost everything in the format. So Dialga is pretty cool like that. Let's see what we have built around this deck to help support Dialga. We have our Lumineon to get a supporter. We have Crobat to help draw into our hands, help set up. We have Bronzong for metal transfer, so we can move around our metal energies from one Pokemon to another. We have Zacian for the early game to use this Intrepid Sword to be able to hopefully accelerate metal energies. And then we have 3 copies of Diancie here with the ability of Princess's Curtain. Basically, this does not let our opponent boss up our basic benched Pokemon, which is extremely vital in the early game too, because we don't want them to boss up our Dialgas and knock them out. And it has a nice attack called Spike Draw. We can use this if we need to, not necessary. Hopefully we're using Zacian instead. There is an addition though. I do think that you could drop a Diancie and put in a Radiant Greninja to help discard your metal energies. That's something you can play around with, or you can drop down the Bronzor line to a 2-2 line. I think that's possible as well, and I might want to do something like that. Play around with the Pokemon, put in Radiant Greninja, something like that. As a matter of fact, we did play against the deck that played Radiant Greninja, and I liked it. So maybe I'll do another video with a different style of Dialga. We'll see if that one makes it in. The rest of the deck here, we got 1 Evo Incense, 4 Metal Saucers, so we can help get the metal energy in our discard back onto our Pokemon. It's a way to accelerate up to those 5 energies. 4 Quick Ball, 3 Switches, 3 Ultra Balls, 1 Jubilife Village. This one's iffy because we're playing Zacian, so Jubilife Village is good in certain circumstances. It lets us shuffle our hand and draw 5 cards. So if we're below 5 cards, it's a good idea to use Jubilife Village. It does end your turn though, which is why it makes it a little bit tricky to play. So you just have to be situational with it. That's why there's only 1 copy. And honestly, you could cut it. We have 3 Boss's Orders because it is important. If we get a knockout with Star Chronos on a V, we're taking 2 prizes. And then they give us a single prize. Well, this is why we have Boss's Orders, to get another 2 prizer out. And when we're attacking, we'll be using the first attack called Metal Blast and hit for like 260 or 310, and we take another 2 prizes or so. That's why we have a heavy count of Boss's Orders. one Cheryl, because we play Bronzor Metal Transfer. If they can't one-shot our Dialga, well, we can use Cheryl. That's the thing. 2 Marnies, 4 researches, 1 copy of Roxanne. I've been trying to play Roxanne, but it's just so hard. It's such a situational card that it's like you can just play 1 more Marnie, maybe. So you can cut Roxanne if you want to. 2 Air Balloons to help retreat our Diancies, Lumineons, Crobats, whatever. 2 Choice Belts to help us, hit for more damage. And then 12 Metal Energies. We need 12 Metal Energies. Trust me, we need a lot of energies to do these attacks. And that's the deck. So the goal is to set up Dialga and get off that Start Chronos attack as fast as possible in the early turns. And just kind of give Diancies up to not lose right away. Yeah, that's the deck. Let's get into the matches. Okay, going against Orsis, we're going second. We don't have much going on in our hand, which is a little bit unfortunate. Hopefully we draw a Metal Energy, that'd be nice. We don't. We draw a second Metal Saucer. Oh my goodness. We're gonna quick ball away the Roxanne, I suppose. Probably get Diancie here. Because there's no reason to get down Dialga. Play down the Diancie, play down the Lumineon. Yes, go for a supporter. This one's got to be a Marnie. I don't want to lose these resources. And hopefully it stops our opponent from getting an Arceus V-Star and gives us something. I don't want to give him a Jubilife either. Ugh, it's a little bit of a pain, but we'll do it next turn. Put the energy on Diancie and pass, I suppose. I mean, next turn we can Jubilife Research, possibly retreat into Bronzor. Okay, all they do is Trinity Charge. So I don't even want to do Jubilife Village. Boss. Gonna attach that to Bronzor and Research. Want to keep the Bronzor if we can. Good. Ultra Ball is great. That will give us a Dialga. I like to see. We can even switch into the Diancie. Don't have to get rid of the energy, which is good. And then we can Spike Draw for 2 cards. Do 20 damage. Dialga VStar is good. Choice Belt's good. Professor's Research is great. Don't mind losing one of the V-Stars. We have at least one more in the deck. And next turn we might be able to get a Star Chronos off, or Metal Blast. Doesn't matter. Metal Blast would be good too. Escape Rope. I'll give you the Lumineon. Path to the Peak doesn't really matter too much. On us at least. Does stop us from using Crobat, but that's okay. Choice Belt, Research. Metal Saucer, Zacian's good. Evolution Incense is good too, so let's do that. Let's go for the Bronzong. Okay. Quick ball away the Diancie. Get down another Dialga. Metal Saucer to this guy. Attach to Lumineon. Retreat into Diancie. Metal transfer this over here. I don't have a supporter, so I am actually going to Spike Draw here. Because Path to the Peak stops my Zacian. 2 energies. Might actually be an... I think you do 200 damage, right? 40, 80... 40, 80, 120, 160, 190. We're doing 190, unfortunately. Another Choice Belt, that will go there. This will go here. And then we'll go ahead and Metal Blast. And our opponent's stuck, which is nice. 190, we were just 1 energy off. Next turn we can do a Metal Blast for KO. And they can also get into the V-Star. I don't know, maybe they don't have any supporters in their hand. Maybe they have a Marnie and they don't want to Marnie me. Not 100% sure what they're doing here. But the Path to the Peak does shut down our Zacian, which is kind of bad. So I would have liked to have used Zacian instead of the Diancie that other turn. That would have been much better. And I think that turn 1 Marnie that we did really screwed up our opponent. So we're switching into the other Arceus. They can still attach. They got a training court. So now I can play down Zacian. But I don't care about playing down Zacian because... Ooh, 110. We don't put any energy. Metal Saucer is great. Put that there. Put that here. And then in training court, one of the energies back. And then I think I'm gonna play down the Zacian. Oh wait, I could have just start Chronos. That's why they conceded. I didn't even think about it, and then we would have won. Boom. Too bad I didn't get to show it. Ooh, mirror match here. Okay, I guess we Ultra Ball away these two. And I guess we're going to be Jubilife Villaging this turn. Grab out a Dialga here. Give it an energy Jubilife Village so we can refill our hand. Another oh, 2 Dialgas. Oh, that's not bad. I mean, that is bad. What am I saying that's not bad? I'm crazy. Our opponent has the flashier versions of Dialga and Zacian. We unfortunately started with the Crobat, which is not good. We need to get a Diancie now. And hopefully our opponent starts off a little bit slower than we do. We got 2 energies in the discard, so 2 Metal Sausage off this research would be fantastic. I'm going to play down one of these Dialgas though and quick ball away maybe the card we get off the top deck. We'll find out shortly. Hopefully get down a Zacian and Bronzor. Okay, they got rid of a bunch of stuff. Battle VIP pass is good. Nice inclusion. I agree with it sometimes. Depends on how many you're playing. But looks like our decks are pretty similar. Ah, they got a normal Dialga. Another great. They got plenty of battle VIP passes. Radiant Greninja. Yeah, that'll get your energy in the discard for you. Big Charm. Interesting version of the deck. I like it. I like the inclusion of Radiant Greninja. They got a Metal Saucer going. Our opponents got whatever they need going for them. Lucky them. Lucky, lucky them. Crobat. This is the start we're supposed to be having, but our opponent is nonetheless. Ultra Ball, sure. That'll get them the Bronzong, okay. Is that the heat transfer? Intrepid Sword Wash are going to get a couple energies off of it. Yep, yep. They are doing much better than we are. Play down the Dialga, quick ball away one of them. Get a Bronzor down. Do I touch energy? I don't think so. Quick ball that away. Want to get down a Diancie, I think. Just so I can avoid a boss's orders next turn, hopefully. I'm able to switch out this Crobat. And Diancie, 1 Metal Saucer is good. A switch is also good. So we're going to switch into Diancie. Metal Saucer onto our Dialga. Give him a Choice Belt. Give him an energy. Ultra Ball away the Marnies. Go for that, I suppose. That doesn't matter. And we'll draw 5 cards. Metal Saucer Air Balloon's good. We missed the supporter, but we do have... Oh, we missed the V-Star too. Dang it. That is the Metal Transfer one, right? Okay, yeah. Well... This is what sucks. We missed the V-Star. Our Diancies might go down this turn. If he can get 1 Metal Saucer, we're done. Because he can knock out Diancie and then he can knock out Crobat, basically. And I don't think we'll be able to respawn in turn. Another Dialga. Maybe we should have got that Ultra Ball for the V-Star. I'm kind of regretting it. Oh, but then we wouldn't have this hand. Which is a plus. Okay, they just Intrepid Sword. Okay, they definitely will have it next turn. We got a quick ball for Lumineon, which is great. Alright, Metal Saucer. Attach. Air Balloon there. Quick Ball Bronzor away. Lumineon. Play it down. Yes, we would like a supporter. Looks like it's got to be a research since we don't have anything else. And this research needs to get us into what we want, which is a Dialga VStar. Oh, we're so close. We were so close to missing that. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Dialga VStar. Boom. We retreat. And we Star Chronos, take 2 prizes, and we get to go again. And we have a boss's orders in our hand. 250 damage. Another boss. Another energy. That's great for us. And then we're just going to KO their Dialga VStar, and they won't be able to do it to us. And give me a Crobat. I don't want your Crobat. Let's do that. Do that. Quick Ball away Diancie. Just to thin our deck. Okay. And then we're going to boss. Ooh, wait a minute. It's got a big charm. 310. Are we hitting 310? 40 for 2. Okay, 4 times 5 is 200. So we're hitting 240, 280. We are hitting 310. Okay. Let's boss them up. Metal Blast. KO. Stop our opponent from doing their V-Star. And I think we have this in the bag. 2 more prizes. We have another boss's orders next turn for game, basically. Didn't even need our Bronzong metal transfer. We were able to power it up slowly. And we got there. And we got there. We're going to be able to Brave Blade. They can boss whatever they want. But that's it. I mean, they can't KO our Dialga V-Star. And that'll be it, folks. They get our Dialga V, which is good for them. But our V-Star is there. Alright. Good mirror match. I guess whoever comes down to using Dialga's ability first is the winner on the mirror matches, pretty much. Boom. We done did it! 350 damage. Ooh. Going up against Palkia, we start off with the Lumineon. You hate to see it. Well, they did miss an energy drop. Ooh, we top deck a Bronzor too. That's really good. Let's go ahead and Quick Ball away that guy and go get ourselves a Dialga. And then we can play it. Metal Saucer to it. Ultra Ball away these 2. I don't think I have to worry about a boss right now, so maybe a Zacian would be good here. That way we can Intrepid Sword, hopefully get some more energy onto the field. Research. Metal Saucer's good, Energy's good, Diancie's good, all of that stuff is bueno. Metal Saucer. Attach the Metal Energy. And then we save Evolution Incense for the Bronzong. We have the V-Star in our hand. Let's get some energy. We got some more energies. So next turn we should be able to get off our Star Chronos attack or a Metal Blast to take a knockout on the Palkia V-Star possibly. How much damage would we be doing? 40 plus 40 for each, so 40. Let's see, 40, 80. Oh man. 4 times 5 is 20, so that's 200. So 240 for 5 energies. We get a 6th energy on. We're getting 280, which I think is enough to knock out a Palkia V-Star without having to use Star Chronos. Which would be really good because then we can boss up the next one and take 2 back-to-back prizes. 280, yeah, okay, so we need 6 energies. So somehow I need to get some more in the discard. Detach 1. So I need to get a Metal Saucer plus 1 in the discard to have a good chance at doing so. And I think they're digging for a Melony. If they don't get an attack off this turn though, it might be good enough for us to just, well, they have their star power, right? Yeah. From the discard. I got 2 in there, so they have their star power. We can definitely do it. So our Lumineon's most likely going to get knocked out here. And then, let's see how much damage their attack is doing currently. So it's going to lose about 20 damage once they knock out Lumineon. They can put 1 bench Pokemon down. I don't know if they can hit 280. Not 100% sure. But I am going to put down another Dialga anyways. Okay, another quick ball from our opponent. They get rid of an Inteleon, which is nice, but they probably have another, so we also have to take that into account, because that's another 20 damage. So one thing we could do is boss, Star Chronos that Palkia, the Palkia V on the bench. How much damage they do? 240, 270 with the Choice Belt, 290 with an Inteleon. Okay. Go up with Dialga. Top decking Metal Energy is perfect. Yeah, we're good here. Let's go. Attach. Evolution Incense. Go for the Bronzong. Metal Transfer. This is perfect, guys. This is perfect. Metal Transfer this onto that guy. That's 5 energies. We're done. Play down that. Boss up Palkia. And we Star Chronos for 220. Take a knockout. Take 2 prizes. And then we go again. Air Balloon's good. Research okay. Okay, we got a switching card. Let's go ahead and play this on Zacian. Play that on Zacian. And then Ultra Ball away these 2. Get ourselves another Dialga VStar. Oh, maybe I should have went for Crobat to try to get another boss. Probably should have went for Crobat. There's another boss. Okay. So I could attack with Zacian and lose 3 energies and Metal Saucer 2 of them back on. Spike Draw does 20. I can switch into the Zacian and take a knockout. But since they are losing some Pokemon, I think it's okay. Let's attach here. And then, so 40, 80, 120. So let's Metal Transfer that to here. I think we only need 3. 40, 80, 120, 160, right? So we'll do that. Say we're done here. And then Metal Blast, take a knockout. And next turn, I think we should have a knockout on the Palkia. On the boss's orders. Man, I should have got the Crobat. I think that was a misplay. I should have gotten Crobat because I would have been able to knock out this Palkia. Now, the question is can they knock me out? They have to fill up their bench, for one. So there's the Shady Dealers. They could use Roxanne on me, which would be a little bit of a pain. But I can always go into Diancie. But if they Roxanne me, I mean, they have to knock out my Bronzong to be able to not let me one-shot with Dialga. So that's a thing. They also have Echoing Horn to put the Lumineon back into play. I'm pretty sure they play Echoing Horn. Like, if you're playing Palkia, you're playing Echoing Horn, right? This is why we play the decks, you know, we learn from my mistakes so that you don't make them. I should have Ultra Ball for that Crobat. I would have most likely gone into the boss. And then we would have been good. There's a Starmie. That Starmie is actually kind of scary. Swift, energy attacks 50 for each energy attached to all of your opponent's Pokemon. They go for my Zacian, which is fine. If they go for Zacian, then they subspace Swell, they take a knockout. I'm going to go for the Starmie because the Starmie is scarier than the Palkia right now, to be honest. Choice Belt helps. So we need to hit 190, 40, 80, 120, plus 40 is 160. Plus 30 is 190. Let's Metal Transfer 1 over, just in case. And we'll say done. Boss up the Starmie. Metal Blast. And we have game in hand. Quick ball. Quick ball. Okay. We've got game in hand. As long as they're not able to knock out a Dialga, we're good. Oh, Echoing Horn boss's orders on the Lumineon. No, do they have another boss? They got Melanie out with Inteleon. Oh, they had another boss. Oh, it's just enough. I shouldn't have played. If I didn't play down the Diancie, no, they still would have got it. Dang it. Dang it. Well, you saw it. It's a close matchup, and if I got that Crobat, we have it, folks. A lot of people concede when you get your Star Chronos ability off, just because you pretty much win. It's like a winning ability if you can do that. You get 2 turns. You basically get to take 2 knockouts almost. It puts you up ahead at least 3 prizes, maybe 2. Just depends what kind of deck you're playing. But yeah, you saw us go up against another Dialga deck who had a Radiant Greninja, which I think is a good inclusion. I talked about that in the deck list as well. You can make a couple tweaks here and there, but we were able to beat it. And I think the only reason is because we were able to get our V-Star power off first. And I think that's how that matchup would have went. Anyways, you just got to get that V-Star power off, and once you do, you should be set. And that's how good it is, and I love it, and I enjoy it. And I believe you also saw us lose a very close match because I am not the best player in the world, and I do make misplays when I think I should have gone for a Crobat at that point. I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I ended up saying that anyways. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like it, and we'll see you next time on Crash Blade Gaming.